task, said Brueggemann, is to expose the distorted view of societal reality sustained by an ideology that tends to breed unrealistic notions of entitlement, privilege, and superiority. Prophetic work in the wake of such an uncovering is to advocate and enact an alternative that refuses the illusion of ideology and takes seriously the reality that is taking place around us in the world. That task begins at home, with the choices we make about what we buy and where we buy it, about the people for whom we vote, and the organizations we support with our giving. It begins in the workplace and at church with policy decisions like the one this congregation made several years ago to pay all of our hourly workers at least $15 an hour. It continues here in the efforts of our church council to wrestle with the issue of just how we might help part-time salaried employees with benefits like the cost of health care. That work is also what we were doing in the Chancellor's office a few weeks ago, and it's what Chancellor Davenport courageously did when she responded to her workers in the community rather than to political pressure and said no to outsourcing. That's what the Coalition for Immokalee Workers has done over several decades of successfully convincing many tomato growers and corporations as large and diverse as Walmart, Kroger's, and McDonald's to buy into their Fair Food program to increase wages and protect farm workers. We can be filled with power, as Micah said, with the Spirit of God and with justice and might. We can make a difference if we dare to trust the mysterious abundance and cruciform generosity of God. We can inject morality into the amoral economics around us. We can inject humanity and love of neighbor into the community around us when we turn away from devotion to profit and the bottom line and dare to speak up and act in new ways that reflect our humanity, our faith, and our very real connection to those unseen neighbors who work in our midst and around the globe. Brueggemann summed it up this way: our faith is not only about spiritual matters, it's about the transformation of the world too. Our abundance and the poverty of others needs to be brought into balance. It's nothing to do with Republicans or Democrats, liberals or conservatives, socialists or capitalists. For people of faith, it is much more elemental. For us, the creation is infused with the Creator's generosity, and we can find or create practices, procedures, and institutions that allow that generosity to work for the benefit of all, for all God's children. May the church and all of us together here, what the Spirit is saying today.